All right, let's jump over and talk about the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. Do we have to talk about the New York Jets? I guess we'll try to make this one quick. My gosh, if they don't get rid of Adam Gase soon, this is just going to be an absolute nightmare. Colts are favored to win this one by 11.5 points. This is a 44.5 over-under. The Jets are just not good on offense or defense, giving up the 10th most points to quarterbacks, 7th to running backs, 13th to wide receivers, and 14th to tight ends, whereas the Colts have actually been pretty good on defense. You know, Gardner Minshew had a decent game week 1, but then they absolutely trampled Kirk Cousins last week, were able to slow down the likes of Dalvin Cook to a moderate degree, and overall, this is going to be a very, 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 very rough showing again for the Jets on the road. So I'm with Vegas 100% on this one. I'm not starting a single Jet player. It's looking like Jamison Crowder is out. He would be the only guy I would even consider at this point. So Crowder's out. We are still waiting for Denzel Mims to come off of IR. Rashad Perriman got hurt again. So the number 1 and 2 receiver are Braxton Berrios and Chris Hogan. If you're in the desperate enough situation where you have to start one of those guys, then I feel sorry for you. Frank Gore had a lot of carries last week, but is doing absolutely nothing with them. The Colts have a pretty decent front 7, so not starting Frank Gore. Of course, we're not starting Darnold, LaMichael Pirine, Chris Herndon being used like 80% to block. Dumbest thing in the world. And Jets defense, no, we're not doing that at all. At least on the Colts side, you know, we've got the gem in Jonathan Taylor that we want to play every single week going forward. Absolute smash play. Even we saw last week where the Colts dominated. He still put up a really good fantasy day, and I would expect a similar outing from him. Look for him to finally get a long breaking touchdown run here. Now, T.Y. Hilton is the name that a lot of people are nervous about, but this is a good situation. I think T.Y. Hilton could get some good work in the first half and still have a good day. He dropped a touchdown pass last week. If you guys watched the game, he would have had a much better day had he actually come down with that pass. Now, in terms of tight ends, I think there's going to be a good tight end play here. Jack Doyle had missed last week and could potentially miss again this week. He's been on the injury report for a while. If Jack Doyle is out, I'm interested in Mo Allie-Cox in like I need a tight end start. Like if you drafted Austin Hooper and you're like, I don't have anyone else, I think Mo Allie-Cox is an interesting streamer this week. But if Jack Doyle was there, probably not going to be starting Mo Allie-Cox, so that's why I got the little asterisk there. And then the Colts defense, arguably the best play on the week. You just start the defense that's playing the Jets. That seems to be the way to do this now. Okay, now talking Nyheim Hines. I think what we are going to start to notice here is that Nyheim Hines is going to be a better play in games in which the Colts are actually trailing or competitive. Hines is going to see a lot more work in third down situations and especially in like 2-minute drills or hurry up offense. Whereas like last week where Jonathan Taylor was able to, grind the clock out and they were able to keep their offense on the field, they never really were in any jeopardy of losing that game. They had no reason to put Hines back on the field. So projecting the type of game script that we're expecting this to be for the Colts and the Jets, Hines is probably not someone I'm going to want to throw in my starting lineup. There are better days ahead for Hines. I'm not dropping him by any means. He showed us that he definitely has the ability to be an Austin Eckler type running back with Phillip Rivers in this backfield, but I just don't think they need him this week, so I'm not going to be risking throwing him back out there. Michael Pittman and Zach Pascal are interesting guys to monitor, guys to keep on your bench, but probably not going to be throwing them out there. And I don't think Phillip Rivers has to do enough against this team to make him worth the start. There's better plays out there, but the Colts should be able to dominate this one. I've got them winning 28-12 final score.